Hello and welcome back to Filmfaker's commentary from your friends at Supraliminal Films. My name is Max.
My name is J-Rod.
And I'm Dan.
So, Dan let me in control of the intro for this particular scene because when I first saw the scene, I knew it was perfect for this particular product. It is the scene from the movie The Strangers 2, Pray at Night. So now that you have not immediately stopped the YouTube video, I want to explain why I selected a scene from this movie. This movie, admittedly, is not spectacular,
and it's a brand new film just out this year.
Yeah, it's I will try to check out as much horror as I can. It's the thing that I do. It's like Marvel movies, but that's for Jared
and Dan's
and Dan. Yeah. And I do the horror movies, so I wanted to do this film and this scene in particular because I watched the movie, and we're in it a touch over an hour. I didn't grab the time cap because again I was in charge. I don't pay attention to details.
That's not what he does.
So, that's right. I'm the idea guy. So, there's a scene in this movie, and we're gonna watch it, and it is just markedly so like it's a legitimately great scene from a horror film. It's not necessarily a great horror film, but this scene is legitimately a great scene. It is, like I said, a little over an hour into it. It is the pool scene. So if you've seen this and you want to watch it because you want to hear people talking about how good this scene is, I don't blame you because it is real. I mean, there are parts in this movie that are really good. Overall, I think the script has some weaknesses, but I think the filmmakers did a fantastic job with the look and the visuals of the film. I think it holds up to the original, which I think was a solid horror movie as well. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to watch the pool scene. So if you've never seen it, hopefully you dig it. If you do, let us know down below in the comments. And if you've seen it a bunch because you really like the scene, and I know there's been articles on horror movie websites about how good the scene was. So if you dig it and you're coming because you dig this scene and you're excited to hear us talk about it, then, let us know in the comments what you liked about it. Or if we didn't cover something that you enjoyed about this particular scene, let us know. So I am going to scroll on over to the player, and we will hit play in 3, 2, 1. And we have our brother character. It's a brother, sister, father, and mother who are taking the daughter to like a boarding school's the setup. And then while they're staying at a family-owned campsite, the strangers, quote unquote, show up, and they start to, do stranger things where they not do.
They start to do stranger things,
but they murder the family, and so now we get the scene where, he's kind of trapped here in this pool thing. So
I still have trouble with the
whammo
floats being in the wrong area,
yeah.
But yeah, right to the dome.
Yeah, just that push in too, like that crane push in, like just extended out and then just tightening the shot up a bunch.
Something that a lot of low-budget horror movies don't do that upsets me is get wide enough.
Right.
Often because they can't, right? They don't have the ability to. But that was really, they were miles away from the action in that shot, and it was great.
Yeah, that hit had a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. We always see, close-ups of stabbings.
Yep, I knew that was going to happen, and I still jumped.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
I mean, the mask is creepy.
It is. Doll mask.
And I love how the kid plays it here where he's, repulsed. Mm-hmm. But he has to do it. He knows he has to do it to survive, but he's, disgusted by it.
Blood looks good, too.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Good, really well shot. Like this, like you said.
Lighting is fantastic.
This is a wide-angle lens used close. This is a Steven Spielberg kind of thing here. And now we get this very opposite where we get a shallow depth of field on both the shot and the reverse.
Great Dutch on the reverse.
Oh, it's beautiful. And the little tink with the axe. Oh, it's so good. You could tell they really addressed the hell out of this scene. This scene's look at this shot. Yeah. Look at the thirds. Holy crap.
And look at how deep it is too. It's a deep shot. It's well framed.
Yeah, look at the lights behind them on the trees. All this is so well addressed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get this fight, which is not bad. It's nothing it's not going to win any awards, but it's not bad. There's not infinite cuts here. There's camera moves.
Looks like a Texas Chainsaw kind of fight.
Yeah, it's got the graphic. Like you said, he's sticking wide, which is really smart because there's just not a need for a bunch of cuts.
No, because it shows you so much of like this is a real sequence that's happening here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's
Yeah.
the knife spin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spinning it underwater is very elegant there.
Yeah. Just really taking advantage of the water. They really took their time to be like, okay, we're stuck in a pool. How do we make this interesting? And I think they really, really did a great job of making this scene really cool.
What's wild too is like they're underwater for what seems like forever, but not really.
No, this whole scene is very short.
Yeah.
It's under 5 minutes in total length.
I mean, they were to be able to film in that pool was a very bold decision to begin with, and then they just made the best of it.
Yeah, it's great. Like even the shot here where he stabbed him is a wide, and then we do this above shot here that's also a huge wide.
Well,
It's
they
just-
had a crane for the day, you see.
Right, and it's also, it just gives you, like, he's in the middle of the water. He's SOL.
I also just love that dude is just like, oh, I'm done now. I'll walk
Yeah.
off over here.
This kid's dead.
Yeah.
Because that is a lot of blood.
Oh, it's crazy amounts of blood, yeah. Good thing there's no pool shark.
I'm
Well, a glass shark gonna get you.
Glass shark.
a shark. Swim, little fish. Swim. Glass shark eat your brother.
But yeah, so now we have like him trying to, and he does a nice job, I think, performing here where kind of like he's going out of it, but then once his mouth and nose go under, he kind of like
This
perks
is
back up.
severely disturbing to me because of how long we hold on him in the
And it's a handheld shot. You can tell by that like quick change of focus and everything.
Yeah.
Like somebody's there just moving the camera next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else I noted when we first watched the scene is the fact that he's able to keep so much fake blood in his mouth this entire time, despite going underwater multiple times.
Yeah.
And
I'm
with
wondering
no
if they put
noticeable
some
cuts.
I wonder if they put some food coloring in his mouth so he'd keep getting more blood out of his
Yeah,
mouth.
like if it's just food coloring pellets, just enough to make it, like every time he got water, it became fake blood.
Yeah, they may just give him powder dye in his mouth so it would just keep spitting out blood color.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, it's good. And they did the Spielberg classic Jaws ethos of
One of the other things here too is like this is obviously shot on video. Like this is not shot on film,
right.
but it looks like film in that sequence.
Yeah, it's good. Like the colors are great. The neons work really well. Like everything. The thing that they did so well from a filmic standpoint is, I mean, everything was addressed. And we had the Jaws, you keep the camera right at the water line to make you feel like you're under the water. Like they took so much time to take what we've seen a million times, right? A horror scene at a pool. I mean, hell, you had Freddy tromping around in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 while the frightened teenagers who were, a foot and a half taller than Robert Englund running around. Like, we've seen really bad pool scenes. We've seen really good pool scenes in horror movies. And this may be one of the best, period. Like, full stop, one of the best horror pool scenes we've ever got.
Yeah,
I dig
it
it.
was very well
It's
shot.
terrifying.
So, yeah, that's The Strangers 2, Pray at Night. So I hope, if you check it out and see the whole thing, there's a couple other parts I really like. So if you dug this scene, it's definitely the best scene in the movie. So I'm sorry about the spoiler, but it's worth your time to go check out some of the other scenes. Again, the writing's a little on the mid, but I think overall it's a pretty successful follow-up to The First Strangers, which if you haven't seen that is it's not a fun horror movie at all. It's pretty damaging. So watch that if you like to be damaged. And if you don't like to be damaged but have a good time, you can check us out where we try not to damage too badly. Supraliminalfilms.com for every single thing that we do. Have a great night.